Sometimes the most unexpected travel moments happen when Murph's asleep. In the heart of Ozark, Alabama, we stepped into a century-old mansion known for Southern hospitality and a few lingering spirits. Welcome back to Travel Made Personal. I'm Key, and today Dusty and I are taking you inside the historic and reportedly haunted J.D. Holman House. This stop was pure serendipity, history, ghost stories, quilts, and one very unexpected encounter with a stranger who didn't understand the concept of personal space. Built in 1912 by Jesse DaCosta Holman, this 8,000 square foot home was more than just a family residence. It was a statement. Holman was a businessman, philanthropist, and community builder. He poured his energy into farming, commerce, and charitable works, leaving a legacy still felt in Ozark today. The mansion became a center for elegant gatherings, important conversations, and the kind of social events where your family name meant everything. Over the years, the house weathered storms, changing owners, and the slow wear of time. Today, it's owned by the city of Ozark and has been lovingly restored. Its ornate mantels, vintage floors, and woodwork brought back to life by skilled hands. Of course, with a house this old, you're bound to hear a few whispers. Locals talk about cold spots where no draft should reach, footsteps and empty hallways, and doors that open and close on their own. Then there's the story of the little boy in early 1900s dress, seen standing quietly at the top of the grand staircase. One family tale says a maid once rushed a baby out into the first May rain, believing it would bring him a long and healthy life. The man grew old and told the story himself, and he swears it's true. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the Holman House makes it easy to imagine the past hasn't fully moved on. We hadn't planned to go inside. We figured we'd admire it from the sidewalk and move on. But fate, or maybe Murph taking a rare nap, had other ideas. A quilting event had the doors wide open, and we stepped inside like we belonged. Quilts filled the rooms, each one a stitched love letter to the South. We voted for the one that best represented the area, talked with locals, and just soaked it in. That hour felt like a gift we weren't supposed to get. But of course, not every memorable moment was about history or haunted lore. While I was taking pictures, a man I'd never met before insisted I take his photo. I obliged because, well, what do you do in that situation? But then he came in for a hug. His wife, bless her, was trying to pull him away and telling him to leave me alone. Stranger danger, folks, even in the middle of a genteel quilt display. It was only 2:30 in the afternoon when we made it back to the hotel, and I was ready to crash. But then the phone lit up. Another Category 3 hurricane, our second in just a few weeks, was headed straight for home, and our kids were in its path. That's the thing about travel. One minute you're wandering through sunlit history, the next you're bracing for the storm. The Holman House was a rare moment of stillness, a day when Murph left us alone, and the past wrapped itself around us like a quilt. And even now, when I think about Ozark, that's the picture in my mind. Southern grandeur, ghost stories, and a quiet hour I'll never forget. Thanks for joining us at the J.D. Holman House. If you love strange, spooky, and historic backroads as much as we do, hit like, subscribe, and follow us on the next adventure.